Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kitty Mary and today I literally just woke up and I'm going to do a what I eat in a day, a little bit sort of what I do in a day, but primarily focused on eating because today I have a really exciting event that I'm going to for lunch. I like to do these videos both to show how my diet changes from day to day. It's very rarely the same, and that's sort of what makes a balanced diet. So in order to show how you can be sustainable and plant-based, I also want to show you the different kinds of food that I eat, also just to normalize all types of food. Yeehaw! I am here to both encourage my own and promote other people's healthy relationships with food, not demonizing things unnecessarily, eating a balanced diet, not thinking it's the end of the world that you have a cookie once in a while, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, let's just get started. First thing I do in the morning is that I take my B12 because otherwise, if I do it later in the day, I'll forget like 90% of the time. We're starting out with B12. When it comes to B12, I've heard a lot of people ask about this, sort of how to get both supplements and medications, etc. in more sustainable packaging. The only thing I am avoiding when it comes to that kind of stuff is like the individually wrapped tablets. If you're taking medication where that is the only option, then take the medication. Don't feel bad for a single second. But you can find many supplements that come in a little loose container rather than being individually wrapped, no matter the material of the packaging. This is just a solid plastic container and it's perfectly recyclable for this purpose. It's fine. If you're eating an all plant-based or all vegan diet, you should be taking B12 supplements. You can also supplement with other kinds of things. Generally, it's recommended that you do, depending on what you eat during your day, both for vegans, vegetarians, and people who eat meat. However, the only thing that's like super necessary when you're on a vegan diet or plant-based diet, B12. I literally forgot for 3 months, like, not gonna lie, so. While I'm waiting for my tablet to dissolve and also just waking up, I usually just empty my dishwasher. This is not terribly exciting, but anyway, that's my routine. Okay, so it's actually time for breakfast. Just kidding. However, I rarely have a lot of appetite during the morning. I cannot eat bread. I feel like it just grows all big in my mouth. I don't like it. So I like to go for something fresh. And what I found, and this is not a zero waste thing per se, but I like sometimes, it also kind of depends, I don't know. Right now I'm sort of in a mood where I can have yogurt for breakfast, which is nice. This is the vegan Alpro yogurt, and it comes in a Tetra Pak packaging that coincidentally is recyclable in my area. Recycling is not the perfect solution. It's sometimes the best solution anyway. So I'm gonna go with some toppings. I have some apples. I just cut up some apples into some nice little cubes there. And then I have dark chocolate, preferably darker than my soul. 80-90% dark chocolate, the darker it is the better. And even prior to going vegan, now most dark chocolates today is actually vegan. I think there are a few options that are not vegan, but the majority of them are vegan. But even before going vegan, I would gravitate towards the very dark options because I think it just tastes better. I love the bitterness of them, and I think it works really well with the acidity of the apples and the sweetness of the vanilla yogurt to have some bitter chocolate on top. So that's what we will do. And it ends up looking kind of nice too. Also, this spoon is the breakfast spoon. Do you know this feeling where you have certain types of cutlery and you prefer those types of cutlery to any other during specific events of the day? This is my breakfast spoon. It's a frustrating looking fella. Here we have breakfast. It's just really nice. But I will go get ready and I'll see you guys when it's lunchtime. Hello, she is looking a little bit nicer now, a little bit more done up. I don't know why I decided that today was a pearl day. I don't know. Anyway, sometimes you just gotta go with it. I also outlined my lips with a slightly darker shade than my lipstick. It's very much giving 90s, early 2000s, you know what, I'm there for it. The reason why we are such a vibe all of a sudden is because I'm going to an all-you-can-eat vegan cake buffet. And I had a small tiny breakfast earlier on in the day. I don't know if this is just going to be my lunch there is potential. So I'm going to bring you guys with me. I don't know how much I can film because I don't want a lot of other people who didn't ask to be in my video to suddenly appear in my video. I get that. It's your space. I will see if I can try to grab some footage of the cakes because I'm very excited. It is at a local LGBTQ plus cafe here in Aalborg. They just have some amazing events, and this is their second time they do like the all you can eat vegan cake buffet. It's a collaboration with a vegan bakery in Aarhus. I am so ready to eat some cake, you guys. Okay, let's go. But before we go, a little fit check. Just a little fit check. What's it? Okay. So everything in today's look is thrifted, vintage, except the jewelry. For jewelry, I have heirlooms. This is from Bruna. This is from Anna Luisa. Other than that, it's thrifted and vintage. She's going for some color today. It's unheard of. I was thinking about doing my clip-on earrings, but I think that might be a little bit too much for this outfit. This is the look. Okay, so I have a big vintage pair of trousers. I have secondhand blazer, a little green bag, and this green bag matches perfectly with my green shirt. Yeah? She fancy. And then we're going for a pair of secondhand heels. Anyway, this is the look. I feel super comfortable and also cute. That's what you want. Everything at the event was so tasty. We got plant-based cakes, cookies, brownies, meringue and croissants, which were my favorite, perfectly buttery and flaky. I went with 2 friends and we had an hour and a half to eat as much as we wanted. This brownie was so rich and decadent, I am so glad I only went for a small piece. I have had the croissants at the cafe in Aarhus as well, and they're the best vegan croissants I've ever had, every single time. And these fluffy buns with butter were really to die for. They reminded me of the buns you usually get at Danish birthday parties. The big cake with the elderflower and the vegan white chocolate was so good. Really the piece de resistance. I was literally blown away. Anyway, that was lunch today, apparently. It's dinner time. I'm sort of ready, still very full. It's crazy what 2 hours of all the cake you can eat will do to your body. I just went for a walk/run, hence the very informal taekwondo club related attire. But I'm sort of in the mood for something fresh and just easy overall. Let's see how easy it's going to be. Yesterday I went to my local Lidl. My local Lidl is over half an hour away. But I went anyway because I was looking for something else, didn't find it. But they have a brilliant bake-off section. What I was looking for was the vegan sausage rolls that they have, and I haven't seen them in Aalborg at all, which is frustrating. Anyway, I did find some flatbread that looks really, really good. You can get these big pieces and they're package free, so I just bring my own container, like my own little bag, put them in there. So I'm thinking we're gonna use this little fat bread. Let's use this flatbread to make like a pizza, have all different types of fillings that I want to use. So we're going to do that. Yesterday, because I was sort of thinking, hey, I want something easy, either for lunch, dinner, something like that, during the next couple of days. So I made a vegan sort of tuna salad, primarily with this. Now it's upside down because this is the way you open it and there's still gunk in it, so I can't really show you the way. It's called tuna. Yeah, tuna. It's like a soy-based, kind of fishy smelling protein. I just used it to make a tuna salad. I used this. I used, what did I put into it? Like vegan creme fraiche and nori sheets for more oceany flavors. Salt, pepper, garlic, loads of red onion, and yeah, it ended up being pretty good. So we're gonna use this and we're gonna put it and some greens into my flatbread. I'm gonna make pita. And that's going to be dinner. Yeah, I also have some pickled red cabbage that I need to use. And I freaking love pickled red cabbage. So I'm excited for it. Anyway, let's go. Also in my fridge, I just have these vegetable steaks. I don't know what you call them. In Danish, you would call them diller. I don't know how to translate that because it's kind of like meatballs, but they're not the same. I don't know, I need to explain. What would you call this shape? This is made from vegetables and it's really good. So we're gonna fry these up in the pan now as well. Okay. I cut up my pizza. We're just gonna take things a little at a time. First of all, I have some hummus. And we're gonna use the hummus sort of as a spread on both sides of the bread. Also, by the way, one of the easiest things to make yourself. Highly recommend. There we go. Then I have just this tiniest amount of cabbage. It's an old cabbage. I usually like buy a big head of cabbage. I can never use all of it ever. So I'm just struggling through the last bits of it until it's going bad on me. So any recipes that involves larger amounts of cabbage would be very welcome. Okay, so we're gonna place 2 of the slices in the bottom. And then the tuna salad, I don't know. It's a little runny, we'll make do. It smells pretty legit. So in that regard, I'm not super scared, but I don't think I'm ever scared of salads. Gonna put some peas into it because it's finally almost, it's not really peas in yet. These peas are from Italy, but I can get peas without packaging, just in paper. And I'm very excited about that because I have them quite a lot. Also just some radishes, also just the most beautiful pink color, I love them. Okay, so for my daily zero waste fail, I have some lettuce in plastic because this is impossible to find without plastic. My greengrocer sometimes has romaine lettuce without plastic, but I don't know what they're doing to this romaine lettuce, but it survives less than 1 day in my fridge. I don't really feel like it's worth it. And a bag like this, when I store it correctly, easily a week. If it lasts a week, it usually don't. So it's one of the things where I've just come to terms with the fact that I am sometimes buying things in plastic. Anyway, me and my pickled red cabbage for days, yo. Look at it. Oh, again, such a beautiful color. I'm having a renaissance with this because I didn't have it for the longest time because I usually associate it with Christmas. You get this at Christmas in Denmark quite a lot. And now I'm starting to use it in all different kinds of dishes. It's so filling. It's so tasty. I love the acidity and like the tang it adds. And yeah, just full on eating this all day. This is an insane project. Just some of this cabbage. Gonna add a few peas inside here. Wah, come back, homie. She's a beaut. If these peas fall out, I'm gonna scream. Which reminds me, right now I'm watching Scream Queens. I am so obsessed. I might be late to the party, I don't know. Sort of out of breath from pulling my sandwich together. But it's so big. No, it's so big. That's what she said. Sorry, old habit. Oh yeah. I feel like this is perfectly reasonable. Overall verdict, this slaps. So much. It's not the first time I made a super big, really decadent sandwich. I think I made one with Christmas food leftovers back in December or January. I love sandwiches. I love pita. I love everything that is sort of bread where you can put things in. What a hot take. No one has ever thought about that before. But I rarely have like sandwiches, wraps, etc. for dinner. For me, it's usually a lunch thing. Then I would do something lighter than this because obviously this is massive. Oh, this is so good. And the homemade tuna salad. What is up, my peeps? And also my manners are on point. Just a final peep. It's just falling out into my hand. It's fine. Okay. And that is dinner. By the way, I love that I have a nice white tablecloth on for this. Good for me. So as an evening snack, I don't even know if that's necessary. I'm not even hungry. However, I do have something in my fridge that I need to make, and I might not have them today. Then I'll have them tomorrow or later in the week, but I need to use it. So a couple of days ago, I feel like 4-ish days ago, I made some vegan cookies and I saved the last bits of the batter in this jar. So there's probably 1 or 2 cookies in here. I'll just make those really quickly as well. It's just a basic cookie dough. I have it on my website. I'll link it down below. I don't know about you guys, but every time I bake cookies, the consistency, the texture, it's always different. Always different. I don't know what to tell you. At this point in time, I've managed to create like 2 or 3 cake recipes where the consistency and sponginess and everything is sort of the same every time, which is a big win in my book. But for cookies, it's still completely up in the air what's gonna happen. So, the last batch I made could have used a little bit more flour, so I'll just take this out and whisk some more flour into it, and then we're gonna add them to a baking sheet and we're gonna bake them. Anyway, let's do that too. Might as well, right? This is so not the best way, I think, to combine the dough with more flour, but it seems to be working. Also, I love the consistency a lot more now. It sticks to the spoon. It didn't do that before. So we're doing well. Low-key, the idea of having cake and sweets right now is not very tempting at all. But at least then I have them, then I can freeze them down or whatever. So we're just gonna make it. This does look amazing. And it's only me that's eating it, and I have a thought right now. Okay, so I made it into one big cookie. I don't know why I did this, but this felt like the most satisfying decision. The big cookie is done, and I think we have to crack it open. Okay, this is not so bad. Okay, this is really good. Anyway, proceeding. I am doing some final work from bed and also having a glass of water. So this will be the last thing I have before going to bed. Just a little bit of water. I had more water than this during the day. I just forgot to film it, but of course I had more water. I had water with all my meals. So yeah, this is the last thing I ate today. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I hope to see you guys next time. Let me know down below if you have any questions or anything you want me to show you guys on this channel. If you have any video recommendations, anything you want me to talk about in relation to sustainability, let me know. Have a really amazing day. Take really good care of yourselves. Until next time. Bye. Thank you so much for watching this video, and also a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me create green, zero waste content, and I love you guys. You can find the links to my social media accounts down below and the link to my Patreon on this screen. Bye.